Five. What's up, Guap?
What is up?
Not much. A lot to talk about here. Played some golf over the weekend. Had a major. Gonna go. Gonna go watch. Gonna go watch my dad's friend
Duffy.
Friday. Duffy Waldorf, the Duff Man. You think I should buy like a Duff shirt, like The Simpsons?
And
just like wear it.
Does he like fuck with it like that? Like
I don't think so, but I think it'd be funny.
He's like, I got one fan out there.
Like
your dad would probably be like, "What the fuck you wearing?
Why are you wearing a Duff beer shirt?"
Duffy, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Right after the major weekend.
Yeah, and there's a tournament in Fort Worth too. That's where Charles Schwab is.
Is it really?
Yep, right in my backyard.
Yeah, it's been at that same course, I think, for years, right?
Yeah, the Colonial? Is that what it's called?
The Colonial.
The Colonial Classic. The Colonial Challenge. All right. So, let's just have a recap of Brooks, the Keps man. How do you think? What do you think about the win?
I mean, he just proved, it was kind of like, is he back after this Masters run? And he lost to Rahm. Rahm was playing well, but he led that whole tournament, right? The whole 3 days, I think, leading up to Sunday.
In the Masters?
54-hole lead, yeah. And then he said, apparently, from what I heard, I remember they were saying it on the telecast on Sunday, but that he kind of was like, I'm just going to close it. I got to be aggressive still instead of just playing to, save the lead rather than try. And I mean, he started off. What he went like, I think par birdie or something. He had like 2 birdies out of the first 3 holes. I mean, and he was just going after the pin.
Right, and you can see on the last hole.
And he kept using driver, and he was staying aggressive, and he got a little wonky with the driver a little bit, but he found him, kept him in play, and
17 was questionable. You saw 17's driver, like, I got that shot. That's the shot I've been trying to get rid of in my game.
Was that the hole he ended up in the trap? Or
there's the hole he pushed it, and he just had to punch out, and he made a bogey.
So
fucking Victor, man.
Victor's has been just as impressive this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Young. And then Scheffler is just par for the course. Him just tied for second. Another day in the office for Scheffler. Showing up, making a run. He had an unfortunate Saturday with the.
He was pretty close. Like, he got to like 6 under, and like I think Koepka was still at 7 or 8, and then Koepka had another birdie, and it was like 9, and it was just like I don't know. But like, imagine if you're in that tournament and you just see Scheffler's name slowly going up.
I don't want to like it.
Board. Like, I would just be like, oh fuck this guy.
Well, Koepka even like mentioned him in the Full Swing. He was like mentioning about how Scheffler's not thinking about anything, and he's the best in the world, so why should I be?
Yeah.
But yeah, if people want to take one thing away from this week, it is don't play not to lose. Goes for anything. Play to win. It's 2 totally different mindsets. You're going to get caught on your heels, and it just shows. Like, he was set to win. It wasn't about not losing. It was about winning.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like go for every fucking par 5 and 2, but like definitely,
you want to talk about going.
It depends on the hole.
Okay. Let's take a pause there for a second, where you brought up going for par 5s and 2. Let me set the stage here.
Okay.
It was
what, me saying to you, is that what you're gonna bring up, or what are you gonna bring up?
I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna bring up. So,
okay.
What hole is this? 15, I think. 15 at Woodbridge, 550-yard par 5, long one.
Okay.
I just rip a driver down the middle of the fairway. I looked at that and I was like, yeah, that's kind of like Scheffler. It was one of those power fades.
Stop.
That's exact. I was just like, yeah, just like Scheffler.
How far out were you?
I was 255. Lake in front of the green, and I pull out my 3-wood. I'm like, I'm gonna draw this in. I can miss right. It's like I could miss right, and it'll be fine. And that's usually my miss with my 3-wood. It'd be like a block. It'll just go straight and right.
Yeah, then
so I was like, whatever. I'm gonna get after it. Just pure it, and the ball's in the air. I'm like, one time, because it was just like drawing and heading right to the pin, and then it like bounced. The pin's in the back.
Albatross, stop.
The pin's in the back. It bounces on the green, and it looks like it just went over. And I'm like, yeah, I bounced in the middle of the green, probably went over.
Mm-hmm.
Get up there, and it's like literally a tap in.
Really?
It's just because the greens were like the greens were super. Tap in eagle. Greens were super slow though.
So what did you shoot?
84. Because next hole I freaking just next hole 215 yard par 3 with like water in front, and I just freaking thin it to the right with my iron. It wasn't. But you know, you take them when you can. But yeah, that was a pretty sick eagle I digress though. You brought up going for it on par 5s. Sometimes you just gotta, eagle it.
Sometimes that happens. You get it being aggressive, right?
Right. So
I think it depends on the hole too and your comfortability with the shot. But
I fit into that water multiple times.
I had a par 3. I had a par 3 at, I think, did I tell you? It was like 260. Like we played that course, we just tipped it out. We're like, fuck it, let's just play tips. Because normally I'll play one up there.
White tees, the ladies tees.
Yeah. Normally I play the handicap tees. And this time we didn't. And I don't play there too often. I played there a good amount over my lifetime of golf at Yocha. And we played, like I said, I played like shit. The front nine, it wasn't even beating me up. Like the distance wasn't beating me up. It was just, I couldn't putt. I literally couldn't putt, and I couldn't make short putts. Those greens get beat up there. They're like, they'll roll true, but they're just sandy, dry, just beat up.
Bro, the greens I was on was a fairway.
Like flush. But it was hella hairy. It was slow.
No, it was like I told it was like spongy.
Yeah,
that's how I would describe these greens: spongy and like super long. They like just resawed it, and I think they're just letting it grow out to like get some roots or something. I'm not a greens keeper, but I think that's the meta. I was pretty upset having a putt because it was like it had nothing to do with feel. You would just go up there and hit it as hard as you freaking can.
Yeah, that's horrible. It like fucks you up too because like you have that feeling in you now. But like so that par 3, it's super long from the tips there. Like I said, the course is 7,340.
Yeah, that's a long course.
7340. And the par 3, I was just like, fuck it, I'm hitting 3-iron. Like I'm not gonna hit a 3-wood because by chance I pure the 3-wood. It's long, right? Wasn't too windy, and I just cured the 3-iron. It was just going. It was like left of the flag, and it landed to like 10 feet. It rolled past, landed to like 10.
Yeah,
feet.
That's sick.
But then I had like a downhill putt. It was like a rough putt, but I still parred it. I'll take that par on that par 3. And then it's so fucked up. The next hole they set you up where you have to like lay up. It's like it's this hole where you have a line of trees and then a creek, and like the trees all head to this creek, and it's a whole open fairway, but then you have to cross hella hard. Like you would have to bomb it dead over this tree like perfectly to get into the fairway.
Was it like a Z? Have you ever had like a Z hole?
It's like a S kind of.
Yeah, S, Z. It's the same concept. Yeah. Whatever. No, it's more like an S, not as sharp.
It's like a half of an 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. It goes loop, it loops around. That's it.
It was just. Well, I parred that hole.
Is this Cache Creek?
Yeah, Cache Creek. I don't like that hole. It's like gimmicky.
There's 2 courses there.
No, there's only one. They only have one. They've raised the prices, bro. It's like $250 to play on like a weekend before fucking
Oh,
Twilight.
that's rough. That's
Yeah, and it used to be like $100, and it's been like the same shape.
How's the swing? How does it feel?
It's good. I have like a little miss right, but that's when I just don't like. All I gotta do is remember to like. I just like swing, complete my swing. Don't get lazy
Leave
with
it.
it. And like I was playing, and then Sunday I actually went out and played Twilight, and we just played Paradise, and it's like I go with my buddies, and it's always something. It's like my buddy, he brings his like lady, and then his sister like dates or is married to this other guy, so his sister's there with him. He's like one of our buddies too. We have like 4 carts. It's like COVID days.
Uh-huh.
Like we have like 4 carts and we're driving out there, and then another one of our buddies sees us there and he just grabs a cart and follows with us. And he didn't bring his clubs, and he starts using everyone's clubs to play.
What?
So we basically had like 5 people playing. And like same thing, I couldn't hit a putt in the beginning. Then I got on a little par streak, but I was hitting the ball.
Those par streaks are nice when you can get them. I had a decent week, even though I've been messing around with my swing. I shot an 84 on, I think it was Thursday, and then I shot another one on Saturday. Just a couple solid rounds, but like it's just I need to be able to put a whole round together, and it's just eliminating those mishaps off the tee. I'm able to get up and down a decent amount, but I really want to cut off. I really want to get my ball striking on point before I really start to focus on my short game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like opposite right now. Like I don't even care about my irons right now. Like I've been going to actually wanted to bring this up because I just see you hitting off grass, and I'm like, you motherfucker! Like I just want to hit off grass. And
I don't even. What's up?
Yeah, you just like.
What do you hit off of instead?
I don't even want to talk about it, but the Sacramento course, which is like they have like this golf like super outlet, Hagen Oaks. They install it's still off mats, but they have TrackMans on it. Like,
ooh, I've been
majority of the stalls.
That's sick because
So
like
you pay a
I
little
have no
more for
idea how
your
far my
bucket.
ball goes.
Well, you know what I think the pros mainly use it for too? They use it for like club head speed, ball speed, and spin rates. Because they'll like know they want to like each club they know what they want to basically hit at. Like now the physics have been dialed. Like I think drivers like 22,000 or 2200 RPMs you want to be at. So, and you could kind of know like that's going to give you a good ball flight, right? You could get dialed. I think you can get dialed that way.
Since you're bringing up club head speed, let's take a look here. Pulling up.
Don't blind the one viewer.
Pulling up my swing. So, this was my swing yesterday.
So you had the tripod up? Why don't you have any from straight behind?
I could, but I was more concerned about this angle.
You should be the guy to like, you're like, I just want to like you're the guy practicing at the back opposite end of the range all by himself. It's like sometimes pros will do that. Like you just see some guy in the back of the range. But go ahead.
All right. So, here's me. I don't think you can see it. There's probably a better way to do this. Anyways, this is me yesterday. Just hitting a driver. I think this shot, I'm not really too sure how this shot went.
Dude, you know what? I'm just looking at this. All right, let's see the swing.
We can see it in slow motion.
Because
I like the drawback.
Up.
I bring it back decently. It's just right here. I'm keeping my left arm straight. Club's not too high. And like let's look at my head. This is what creates inconsistency.
Yeah, you haven't finished your backs. You haven't finished your backswing and you're already starting to go forward. Look at
that's like me starting.
Yeah, and you haven't even finished the backswing.
Right, and that might
You
be
know, you
why.
could film it in slow mo.
I know I can,
There's
but
an option,
it takes up so much memory.
and it's like hella hard to like go through.
Right. So that's why.
No, but this is what I was gonna say. Like I've been walking and slowly trying to get like little jogs in because I feel like I get tired at the end of my rounds. So I might even start like walking a little bit just when I go play. Um, you you need to get a little mass, bro. If you had like a little like imagine if you had that Kepka just
Okay.
build or not even
See,
like
I don't. There's
you're
just
hitting
not
another
enough.
20 yards.
That's the
Your
thing.
driver's
That's
going
why.
340.
Okay. That's why I'm doing so much with my swing because I feel like I can get some more yardage out of it. I have been going to the gym. However, these last couple weeks, I've been just more. It's like I have to work. I don't have enough.
No,
There's not enough
but
hours in the
look,
day.
there's
There's
a
not enough
grind. Yeah.
hours in a day
And
to
isn't
like
this the
go work
ball like
out.
way ahead of your left
Okay.
foot, or is the angle off?
I that's what I'm wondering too, and that's why on my next video I tried to like try to set the camera up right at the ball. But I think the ball, it's like either my stance is wide because I'm aiming
There's
straight.
nothing wrong with having an open stance. It's literally you have it. If you were to draw a straight line on the screen right now, it would be past your left foot when you want it more on the heel, right? Inside of the heel.
Yeah, but I think like if you look at it from this way, I think I
No,
think
that's what I'm
it
saying. It
is.
could just be the angle.
It could be the angle. It could be. I think it
I
is a
still don't
little
think
bit
it would
farther
change
up.
that much with angle.
And
Because it
yeah,
looks
I
like
mean,
it's like ahead.
yeah, it does kind of look like it's ahead, and it
Like I
could
don't
be the
know how much
angle.
the angle is going to change it because it looks like
Let
it's like
me
a
let me
lot.
pull up a different angle. But anyways, oh, I just played the
But then
sound
again,
of
too,
me.
I'm also like, I don't like that thing for power isn't as
I
that was more
like
of like a Bryson thing.
well, so when I started, okay, let me pull up the other vid, the second vid. All right, so here it's more down the line, and you can kind of see that the ball is a little bit back. It could probably go a couple inches farther back because it's supposed to be inside the left heel, right?
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
inside the pop toe. Nothing crazy. It's just
It's just small.
now that my hands are farther away from my body, I could just feel the club head speed. And like these all the range balls I hit, they were like leaving marks on my club, and they didn't ever do that before. So I'm pretty sure I was generating some more speed doing this. It's more just about aiming at this point and feel, because like right now it feels like I'm really trying to just get my arm as far back
Extend.
as I can.
I mean, you don't need to get it that far back, but yeah, the extension is. You look at Tiger's old swing; he does the same thing. Tiger, the best swing ever is people say it's the 2000 Tiger.
And I think Scotty tries to emulate that.
Probably, except just his feet.
Just his feet, yeah.
Like I don't know how his feet does that. Like I don't know how he does that.
So what I think my issue is by watching this, it's just my sway. I need to like rotate on a. I just have to rotate instead of just like trying to.
Yeah, I mean, pull up like a
Pounce.
Rory, bro. If you want to see textbook.
Yeah, let's pull up a Rory.
Koepka moved a little forward too. Like I moved.
I think you have to with a driver. I don't think it's a bad thing to kind of move forward a little bit.
No, it's another force you're putting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Scotty kind of does that too, but that's more when he's exploding through the ball, not before. He's not like rocking back, rock forward. Let's pull up a Rory though. See what we can find here.
I mean, but while you're pulling that up, what did you think of Brooks? Kind of. I mean, how is this? Look for the live, kind. You know.
Yeah, okay. I have kind of an issue. They're like how this was the PGA Championship, and now like freaking Homeboy, which is a pretty cool story.
Who Block?
Block. Yeah, Block.
He's playing this week too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool story and all, and it seemed like he got a lot more attention. I've been seeing his name everywhere versus Brooks. We just get to see him coked up at a Panther game.
He is so yacked
He's
out of his mind.
okay, allegedly. He looks very zoned in into the action. Maybe he just really likes
they're
hockey.
already like I already was sent that by another friend too. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this fool's on something."
Right, and it's not
Like,
a downer.
No, man, I don't think it's smelling salts. Like they don't last that long.
Have you ever tried smelling salts?
TP5 and 5X from TaylorMade.
Fucked. Oh yeah, and I found a full cartridge on the ground at the golf course. This cartridge, full
You found
on
that?
the ground. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Is that Stizzy?" And I was like, "Look left, look right." I'm like, "Somebody's pissed." And I didn't have my Stizzy pen on me, but like I just put it in my bag. Then I got home and I was like, "Oh yeah," because I have this little Gandalf one still. It's almost done though.
I can't find a good
But
angle.
Rory,
Oh, here we go. Here we
you
go.
just gotta look up Rory's side, like
Here, I got it. I got a good one.
forward. But even then, Rory fucks up his swing too. It's just
Oh, I
driver.
can't do the slow motion thing. This. They're talking
I'm
about
telling
something.
you, you should
This
look
is a
at length
3-wood.
of driver too, bro.
That's why I've been like, I feel like I might stand too far away from it. I've been trying to stand a little
But
bit
yours
closer.
is probably like what's the length? You had it lengthened?
No, my driver is normal size.
Yeah, Scotty is your same height and he plays like a way shorter driver.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he
bet
plays
Rory
like a
does too.
44 and a half. Yeah, Rory does. Rory switches it all the time. Go.
So I'm betting. Look at his head. Look how still his head is. His body isn't swaying at all, even when he goes through the ball. That's,
yeah, look how still that head
that's
is, bro.
That's crazy. He goes forward a little bit here.
And his body's it's a quiet body. Look how much he's twisted though.
Yeah, I need a twist.
I guess I'm probably not even that extended at the top.
How extended was he at the top? Oh my god, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Look at his arms.
Yeah, he's pure, bro.
You're like, you don't need to do that. How do you even do that? How is it possible?
He's just
stand up and try to do it. Stand up and try to do it because like it's
Have you seen that
tough.
machine? Have you seen that machine that will like emulate? You could go on it and it'll emulate pro swing.
Well, like break
Like-
your freaking rotator cuff.
No, it's like, and they showed Rory's and it was nuts. Like I was like, bro, what the fuck?
This is like it's crazy how far his hands are, and that's how he can generate so much speed and just hit a ball 450 yards.
Yeah, you're just gathering momentum. I mean, it's just physics. It's further distance, you know.
I know, and I felt
Distance
a little
over
bit of
speed.
it. I felt a little bit
right
of it
there.
today. But I need to figure out my distance with my irons. I just feel like there's 10 extra yards to be had with my game. And I'm going to figure it out. I'm probably going to I went to the range the last 2 days. I have to leave my apartment tomorrow because they're like doing a pest control thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I should pay like $30 and just hit all you can hit range balls all day, or just play around for like 40.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't think I have enough confidence to play around since I keep thinking about how
I
in
wouldn't
the world to
hit
get
just pure range balls. I would chip a little.
I like chipping.
Do they have a shit ton of targets out there at the range?
So that's another thing I was talking about earlier. Like I don't know how far I hit the ball on the range because it's like
You gotta
elevation.
You bring your thing.
Yeah, I bring it, but it's like the elevation and then
Sure.
wind.
Yeah,
And then you can't see the ball land sometimes. You know those ranges where you just like it's tough to see the ball land.
No, I think I kind of have Paradises dialed in because it is like Paradises is downhill, and for this time of year, and pretty much till like August, wind blows to the back, out to the back of the range. So like, there's some times where like I'm hitting it that 8 iron, 180 when it's like probably going like 177, 176. I think I'm hitting 8 iron like 183, but that wind's pushing it and it's slightly downhill. Like that's got to add at least like a yard or so. But what gets me is I need to get better. I just need to start reminding myself to be like, okay, on shorter wedge shots, because I bet that 60-degree, I'm still learning it. I still need to learn like what I'm doing for 50 yards, and then I'll see a 50-yard shot because I'll practice that on the range. They have this little 50-yard flag, but then you don't always want to land it right on the pin, So I'm like, I'm just like, okay, here's a 50-yard shot, here's 50-yard shot, and then I land it towards the pin, it rolls out 15 feet. Or
Yeah.
you land at the pin and it was like a downslope, so now it's coming back when you need to be further. That's why they say like when you get those dialed in with your wedges, every wedge, and they even say pros with the irons, know your yardage and then know how to like hit like 3 yards below that, 3 yards past that. That's what they say Tiger would do in his practice. He'd just be like, all right, yardage, then he'd be hit below that yardage, hit above it.
Tiger do nuts, crazy things.
Yeah,
he would be like, all right, I'm gonna fly this one medium. I'm gonna fly this one low and to the left.
Yeah.
He said he had quadrants, and he would like
he basically had
hit in one quadrant, another
3x3.
one. Exactly, the 3x3.
9 shots. He said you need 9 shots.
Yeah, that's
like what? How do you just hit a medium shot, bro? Like,
and I'm sitting here like, I want this ball to go straight. I want to get to the hole. I want to get to the hole and not go OB consistently.
So Sunday I was playing, and my buddy, his brother-in-law, he's like a baseball kid, right? Younger kid, probably like 24, 25, just finishing college. He's gotten into long drive. So he has like the Callaway head, 48-inch shaft. And there's like a local guy he goes to weekly. And but he just has trouble. Like he doesn't want to use it on the course because it's like, bro, he hits it so deep. It's fucking insane. But and then there was one hole, it was like 210, 215 out. And he had 7-iron, and I was like, bro, go give me my 7-iron. I'm about to drop this on the green. It was like with the water, there's water to the left, pin high, like pin to the right. Like if you play it right, you're safe. And I just like, he hit it, and he hit his 7-iron horrible, hella short. I was like, let me show you how to do it. I was trying to fucking big dick the fucking show when I really had like, I was going to hit 5.
Right.
I was either going to hit a 6 or a 5. And I hit the 7, and it was good. It was going to be good. It was going to be short, but on the green, and it just started drawing. I was like, no, right into the water.
Damn.
I was like, fuck.
Your 6-iron goes 210?
No, I think I can't remember the exact. I think it was more like, I think it was 204. That's why I had a 6-iron.
Okay. See,
like
my
iron's
thing
like
is
200 something.
I want my pitching wedge to go 150. Like, is that out of line to want that? Because
no,
like
goes
it's
150, 155.
Because like I feel like it's been going 140.
You need a Ford press
145.
You need to get more.
It's not that. I'm telling you, like I have enough club head speed. It's just the way I'm hitting it. And I feel like since I've been hinging my wrist, every time I hit my irons, it feels really good. It's just going super short. And I think it is because of my swing and like swaying or not going through the ball. I'm not sure. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm pretty sure I added like 25 yards to my driver. If I'm able to like hit it consistently, because I was hitting 25. Some bombs. I was hitting some bombs.
I hit a couple bombs. Like even the long drive kid, he was like, how far is this? And I was like, I'm 60 yards out. He's like, that was 340-yard drive. I'm like, I don't know. Like I feel like I never. So I guess it's when you get full rollout and everything, it can add up to that. But like when I'm on that range, like I laser the back of the range. There's a tree line, and normally like I'll be hitting short of the fence, and the fence is like 3.
So
I'll land it. Sometimes I'll hit it into the fence, but it's not like every time.
So today, there's a guy at the back of the range doing some sort of maintenance, and I shot his little cart, and it was like 350 out.
Did you hit him?
I don't know, because like I kept hitting drives, and I would try to like aim it away from him, to, like not be rude, because it still seemed it didn't seem like he was 350 out. But I kept like some of my shots would just be pure and just going right at him, and I'm just like watching him. I want to watch the ball. I'd watch him to see if he'd like turn around or like make any sort of gesture. No, he never did. So I don't think I was.
Yeah, you're well short of that. Well, that's why like I think I don't know why it's like that on the range though. Like I've literally hit, like you've done it too. Like I think it's also like okay, it's downhill. Like I'm not seeing the rollout on the range. I think rollout's huge. If you land in the fairway and it rolls out, like
wind.
That could be an extra 20, 30 yards. Yeah, wind.
A hill.
That whole 17, it's just dead straight. And I was just literally at the cart signs. And yeah, it's like a 400-yard hole.
Bro, I think people underestimate the wind. Even just tiny gusts.
Well, especially if it's behind you, I feel like it helps you. Like a 5-mile-per-hour wind helps your yardage way more than it hurts it.
The way, especially if you're putting a bunch of spin on the ball, I think it just exacerbates the wind.
That's why, like, I might. So this week, I think I might go up to that driving range. It also is open till like midnight, so I might go up to that range.
Damn, really? Midnight?
It used to be like 2, 3 a.m., but I think I could start getting like hood over there or something.
On the golf course.
Yeah, or just like maybe just
people started bringing out their Wilson clubs and
they're fucking John Daly sets, Ben Hogan's.
The sketchy.
But I want to just see, like, I want to see what's like the spin rate I'm getting.
Speaking of sketchy clubs, did you see like what's his name? Block. He has like lead tape on his irons, and his irons are like 15 years old.
Something wrong with that. My buddy, one of my buddies puts lead tape all over his shit.
It just makes it heavier.
Yeah. I used to have it on my old putter. My putter was hella light. I put a shit ton of lead
You're
tape
all
on
about having a heavy putter. I don't understand that.
Because I'm just like I'm so strong.
All right.
My forearm, it's like, need to feel a little resistance.
Yeah, I need to like figure out how to put in a solid gym schedule around grinding every day. But let me try to start breaking 80 consistently.
Just fucking do, like, when you get home, do like push-ups or some shit. Do you have like dumbbells? You just do it every day.
I used to have kettlebells,
you don't even
and then
do a lot.
Like the flooring on my apartment isn't the best.
Yeah. What about a pull-up? You have a pull-up thing?
I can't do a pull-up, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just do, like, literally you do one a day. Like I'm not shitting you. I did a pull-up at this park because like I said, I've been walking, and like I barely did one. And I was just like, oh my god. Went there the next day, I just like did one. Or like a few days later, I was like, did one. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do one. And then a few times after that, I did two. I was like, oh shit. Like, what?
So what was the whole thing about you wanting to walk courses now?
Just to get in shape, bro.
Yeah, you gotta go.
That's why I've been walking and just jogging. I get such bad shin splints. Like, holy shit,
off of
bro.
Just in a cart?
No, I'm saying like me, like going for a jog today.
You went
like on the
nice.
concrete.
Like, I haven't been for a jog in a while.
After a few minutes, bro. I'm not shitting you. Like, and my knees are like absolutely fucked.
I'm usually I'm a more elliptical guy. I'll just hop on the stationary bike for 30 minutes. I
wish I had like a Peloton or something.
Yeah, I really like those bikes. That's what I would do. But when I was going to the gym, which was like 2 weeks ago, this isn't like ancient news.
Yeah.
It was just like one day, just ride the bike for 30 minutes. The next day, I'd have like an arm day, leg day, and then a shoulder day. It wasn't anything intense. I have a leg day coming up, and I keep
Dude.
like avoiding it because I'm like, well, I want to go golfing in a couple days, and if I have do leg day, I
Don't
won't be
worry
able to
about that.
walk.
No, you'll be fine. Just don't do. You got to do like the golfer. They mainly do like core. Yeah, and like glutes.
I
Yeah,
do.
you
I do
need your
some core.
legs.
I mean, do some sit ups, and I do a lot of like, yeah. Don't do too much core, I guess.
Core, and then like you should look into this shit like Scotty's training. He has like some crazy shit. A lot of
I'm
it's like resistance bands and like shit like that.
I've been like stretching a bunch lately too.
I've been trying to get into a little stretching. I think I overdid it last week because like I like walked, jogged, then I played basketball. Then the next day I did like another little jog and like my knees, bro. Like I need to get better running shoes. I have those New Balances, but they're not fucking. I think they're just make those for fucking like just walking around in.
Aren't those pretty expensive too? You think
Yeah,
you'd be able to run in them?
yeah. They're like, yeah. Like I'm blaming the shoes, but it's probably just because I'm so fucking out of shape. Like I
Yeah.
got a cramp in my shin, bro. Like on the way home from basketball, I almost crashed the car. Like I was like, like driving, like, and it just like locked my leg, and I was like trying to brake. I was like, like had to break out of it. Like
Someone pulls up next to
like,
you, they're
brake.
like, "This
I'm on, like,
guy,
these
this guy's
country
a sex
roads, like,
offender."
yeah, they're
Like
"This
whatever
guy was
he's doing
fucking
is not
jerking
right.
off in the car, and he just
Making
nutted."
faces.
But either way, but yeah. So right now, I don't even want to. Like I said, I want to go to that range to try to look at the spin rates and shit. But I really only
That'd be
want to work
sick.
on
That's sick having a track, man.
chipping and putting.
Bro,
That's why I'm
chipping.
losing all my strokes because my driving's been decent. My
I
driving's
can
been
like
pretty
I
good.
can just pull up. Well, I'll do this. I'll just pull out my 60 degree and just like take a bunch of practice swings in my carpet and just get that like that sound that just
Yeah.
sounds like you're just perfectly grazing the perfectly
You're fucking grazing the Yeti. The fucking
perfectly
your
grazing
Yeti microphone.
the carpet.
Well,
My
I heard you
feel.
could use like pennies or use coins.
Do you open up your stance when you chip? Because like that's really all I did to kind of like work
Yeah.
on my feel. You just open up your stance outlet. It'll make you like hinge your wrist or whatever the fuck you call it. Make you hinge a little bit, and then you'll get that feel. Just like perfect
Yeah.
chips every time.
No, I know. I just need to get the muscle memory down of like how hard to hit what distances.
Yeah. That's
That's
something
just
that'll come with
practice.
time. That is practice.
Well,
And
that's
like,
why like I was thinking about going out and playing on like a really late twilight and no one's behind you. And you just drop like 4 or 5 balls and chip around a green, then you go to the next hole.
put yourself
Like
in
that's the
difficult
best.
spots.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best practice you could really do.
Yeah, that
Like
would
chipping,
be
like
nice.
you'd go chip for like 30 minutes or an hour. Like the next day, you feel way more dialed. You feel
Oh, yeah.
way better. But the only thing is, what fucks me up. I would do that shit when I was in my room. I have my 58 sitting here too. But if I only did that, I feel like it would fuck with my grip up for the other clubs. You know, that's why like you see these guys, the pros, when they go to the range, they hit every club every time because it's just
Mine is like transitioning between clubs. And I can sit and I can hit my driver and I'll hit
Yeah,
like a
then,
bad
like,
one at
that
first, and then you
next
just
one-
start peering it. You start peering it. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm feeling it. Then you pull out a 6-iron. You duff the first one, and then you
Yeah,
start feeling
yeah.
it. You start feeling it.
Yeah.
And
Well-
it's that first one. That's the one on the course that you're just like, where the fuck is this coming from?
JT says when he goes to the range, he plays like a match, or he'll play a hole in his head. He'll hit
Mhm.
driver, be like, okay, I piped that. I'm 120 in. Then he'll just hit this next club. And then he'll go back, hit driver again. Or about okay, it's par 3 now. I'll hit a 7-iron. Oh, it's off the green. Chip. Shit like that.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
that's what
good
it
way.
is. That's how a real round is. You're not just hitting driver every time.
Yeah.
Like you hit driver, then you're gonna go hit fucking 8-iron.
I think with my misses, I'm super steep. Like I'm trying to hit an iron.
And think about it too. Like, how often are you even hitting like a 7 or 8-iron in a round?
Right.
It's not that often.
I mean, it depends on the course, depends on the round.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have a 4-iron in your hand all the time because you can't get off the tee. And you're like in the rough on the right hand side. 'cause you
Yeah.
just
No,
shanked it.
that statement is assuming you're good off the tee.
And then
If
next
you're
thing you know,
piping
you
it-
have like a gap wedge in, and
but
usually
if you're
you
piping driver, you're not hitting.
pipe in driver, you got like a 8-iron in.
Yeah.
And for you, sandwich, because you play like on the white tees.
73 white tees.
Oh yeah,
7,300
I just shot an 87 from there was 6,500. Like, all right, man, cool. But honestly, I was looking at the courses,
yeah,
for,
come
like,
play. Come
the
out here and play
competitive-
this course.
the G whatever's on the GHIN. It's like the Texas Association. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but they have certain tournaments, and like the courses are 66, 67, and I'm like,
Yeah, but what kind of tournaments are they?
they're like
they also take into account they're like net.
I don't
take
know.
into account strokes.
I want to play championship. We're not giving any strokes. May the best man win. No, there are tournaments where it's like you have to have a less than 10 handicap in order to be eligible for it. So I think it's like legit. You're not gonna do net bullshit.
Why you're gonna go play in one?
Maybe if I get good enough. If I start breaking 80, I'll probably start trying to be competitive. I mean, I wanna take like 10 strokes off my game. And I think it's possible. If you can like consistently 76, 77, and then you just have to break through and just be able to
It's just gotta be a savage.
hey. You don't
I
even
don't know.
have
You
to
got
be
you got a
savage.
lot of movement in your swing, bro. To be talking, 10 strokes here.
Hey, at least the first step is recognizing.
If you get 10 strokes, then next time you'd beat me by 5.
If I'm breaking 80,
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you by like 15.
Yeah, right. I'll turn it on.
Yeah, right. You're gonna be like, "Whoa, I drank a beer and you didn't." I know,
Dude,
I know how you
I
all.
don't care about that. What the hell? I'm about to.
Is
I
Rick?
thought we're gonna
is-
do a road to Corn Ferry, road to Q School.
That's what this podcast is road to the Corn Ferry Tour. Is Rick cool with me staying there?
No, probably not.
Damn. A bastard.
There's no room here. He has like a kid and wife.
Dang, as a kid.
Yeah. That bastard. Why you say it like that?
Because but
I'll tell my dad-
memory,
stay at my dad's.
my
I'll
memory
tell my
of Rick,
dad.
my memory of Rick, he's like 10. You know what I mean? That's what I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of Rick.
Yeah. I know. Just go stay at my dad's.
Well,
They're in that same house.
bro, like, paying for 4 nights at a hotel is so expensive.
Oh yeah. I bet you fucking a Days Inn or something would be cheap. Yeah, my bad, bro. I don't have my own place.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
look,
expensive out
Q's-
there.
Q School.
Q school. I mean, you have to be at least scratch, right?
Bro,
I
it
think if
costs
you're
like,
scratch-
it costs like 6 G's just to get into it.
If you're scratch at these tough golf courses, you're going to be able to make some cuts.
No tournaments for this time period.
6 Gs just to play. I don't know. Even like honestly, even me trying to practice practicing on a daily basis, it's like $10 or it's like $12 for a large bucket.
Yeah,
You
that's what
know,
I'm saying. It's expensive.
you hit
as fuck
two
just
you
to
hit two large
practice,
buckets
bro.
in a day. Boom,
There's
$100 a week.
You have to like have like, if you want to be good at golf, you need to be like, all right, your parents had money, you came up as a junior, and you got into a good college. Like, if you're at one of these top colleges, you're not paying for range balls. Or
You're in
all
high
these
school.
guys,
You don't have to pay for freaking range
yeah,
balls.
yeah, but they're not like, I don't know, they practice every day, golf.
They were like, yeah,
Some probably
you can
do.
go to there's a couple courses we could go to and get free range balls. But
That's
like
pretty dope.
I was a dumb high schooler. I didn't really care about. I
Yeah,
would go and like play.
that's how most of the kids are.
It's
I
tough.
now
Tough to
like
want to grind.
I've thought about just telling Paradise, like, bro, I'll just drive the cart like I used to drive the cart to pick up the balls if you just let me have free range balls. You know, like if you need someone to just like every Tuesday night or some shit, I'll come and help fucking pick the range. You know,
Yeah.
like just so I can have free range balls.
There's probably legal stuff associated with that.
No. Oh well, if I got hurt, I wouldn't say anything.
ICE is gonna come. I'm gonna call ICE on you and be like, hey, there's undocumented people there picking the range. Should go talk to him about how he's getting paid.
You know, I also bought a glove last round.
Oh yeah, tell me about that experience.
I bought a glove.
Leather chaps.
I was like, yeah, and I don't know why I did. I hit with it on the range. It was all right. I had to get an XXL. Like they had it, but it was only in one type. And so, because I wanted the tie this.
Is your hand really that big?
A little, yeah.
I have tiny little hands. I have a cadet, medium, large. It's the same. It's this. I'm telling you. Well, Duffy has the same size hand.
See, I know. I have too big of hands for golf. Think about it. Like you have to be soft for these giant hands at XXL men's. But anyways, I probably made like 3 swings on the course with it on. And I just like never put it back on.
I'll use a glove up to the green. If I'm around the green, I'll take it off to chip. I think I was telling you about that earlier. But honestly, with those 50-yard shots, it just comes with feel. I can get up if I like. Sometimes I don't even have to shoot it, but I'll just shoot it just for my own sake to kind of know, like,
yeah, it's
all right, 50 yards.
No, they're feel shots.
Yeah, and I have decent feel. I have decent feel with my 60 degree. Probably my favorite club.
I feel like mine's like hotter than the Vokey one I have because I have the TaylorMade one now.
Mine does run a little hot, and when I'm like feeling the shot, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit this a little bit lighter than what I think I should, because it's gonna roll out. And yeah, it's a lot of chipping. I like chipping though. I used to chip all the time as a kid, in the backyard, chipping. But once I can I need to go to the range tomorrow, figure out alignment, figure out.
Yeah, this has been grinding. You were at the range this morning?
Mm-hmm. And yesterday too.
Like, yeah, with your schedule, I'll be doing that shit too, because it's like no one's at the range.
It's like
hella chill, probably.
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm just getting up. I'm like, yeah. I'll like watch. So to this morning, I just put on a YouTube video, and I watched something, and I was like, or actually, I was like, I wonder. Let me look at Scheffler's swing, and I just like pulled up a video of somebody analyzing Scheffler's swing, and then I paused it at the top swing, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I looked at mine. I'm like, what is going on? And I started Googling.
I don't think I'm not that stretched either.
Yeah, I started Googling backswings and like how to do it, because like
getting deep into it.
There's this one guy that I think he puts out decent content on YouTube. It's like Top Speed Golf, Clay Ballard. He puts out some decent content, and I'll try to like listen to what he has to say. But it's just you can only think about so much during a swing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you work on one thing, start thinking about another. I don't even remember what I was thinking of. But like the last few swings, I was trying to be more, I was trying to like, I think I was trying to slow down my backswing a little bit so I can get all the way back. And then it was more about keep my head still. Keep your head still.
Yeah, I need
slow it down.
I need to get the little camera or something.
I gotta like spin. I don't know what the word I'm thinking of. It's like turn on a
pivot.
I think that's what I'm going.
You just need to pivot off your back right heel. Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Back right heel pivot?
No. I'm thinking about my hips so I don't sway. So I don't sway too much. I don't think I sway that much with my irons. I don't know.
You look at Rory, like how still is his head?
Bro, I still have this up.
There's drills you could do where you put like I don't know, put something in your armpit or there's something.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
Scheffler,
they have you practice against a wall. Have you seen that? You
no,
just,
but
practice like half swings because it's like pretend in this armpit and running up to the top of the ceiling is a glass like wall.
So you don't
pretend there's like a glass wall. It's clear. So like your body, like you could just swing around it still, but your body should never pass that like line.
So in front of you?
Yeah, look at it. Like in your left armpit. If you're like straight up.
Left armpit.
Just imagine like this, the only thing this wall did was stop your body from moving.
So it would be like off his front foot?
Yeah. And it'd be like where he has the ball lined up right now.
So kinda. Like your armpit can't go past the...
Yeah, probably even more inside that. Let's see where he ends. And just see how straight he is after too.
Look at the left arm.
See, look, he's not moving forward at all.
Right, he's staying back. And I had a few...
that wall's there. There's literally a wall.
I had a few moments where you hit a couple shots and you're like, I need to do that again. What am I doing? How can I get that feel again? And I think it did have something to do with just kind of staying back. And then like your right arm kind of... I think it has something to do with my right arm. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, he's just not even moving, bro. It's look how straight. Look how that left leg.
Here's the other angle.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Yeah, he has.
He has a line, yeah. Straight down that.
Look at him bring that club back too. Low and slow.
Yeah, low and slow. Clubhead's pointing at the ball.
See, this is why I'm like, don't
now
put
he's
a
like
towel.
hinged his wrist.
So what do you mean by hinge?
He's like brought the club fully back. Like
right.
When he's going back low and slow, he's not like using his wrist really.
Okay, so like right here, he's not using his wrist.
No, here he is. Oh wait, I don't know where
you're at. I just clicked back a tiny bit.
Yeah. I think he already started to there. You have to go a little bit further back. Like when he starts to like engage it to get it parallel, you know what I'm saying? When he's bringing it back to get it at the club at the end of the backswing parallel with the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's hinging. His wrist from this angle, it shows no hinge, but it's still like, hinging in the RZ direction out towards the hole.
He like
boom. See, look, now he's hinged. He's hinging. His wrist isn't bowed though. His wrist is straight, so that means his club face is pretty close. And now he's bringing it through, slight turn,
It looks like he's trying to
square.
draw it. Looks like he's drawing it.
Probably be a little baby draw.
But like, look, I think it has something to do with the hips. Cause like, look how he just turns. Look how he just turns his hips, just to, like explode. And he's kind of like falling back too.
Yeah, it's like well, look at like his pocket. Look how far. If you go back, like where his pocket is, look how far back he's turning.
I don't understand how they do that.
Well, you have to get the so one way to do it is drop your back foot in your stance.
That's what I heard.
So you're gonna have like a close because it's gonna help you twist more. That's all it does. It's gonna help you twist to the inside more.
So having an open stance will inhibit you from turning.
Yeah. You'll have more of a closed stance. Yeah, open stance is like
it's more for chipping.
Yeah, but it's also like some guy when you're not turning over at all and you're not turning in that backswing at all, what happens? You cut it. So people try to open their stance up a little bit to adjust. You know.
See, I only have an open stance because when I try to line up to targets, every time I line up, I'm always facing right. So like I would consciously move my foot back.
Intermediate target?
No. I need to start. I
either that or do the Bob Rotella where like he picks something elevated.
I also try to find something on the ground 10 feet in front of the ball because that's what Tiger Woods does.
Yeah, that's intermediate. Intermediate.
All right.
Just do it closer than 10 feet.
Yeah, closer than 10 feet.
You'll load up. It'll help you line up just straighter.
Yeah, I definitely have things to work on, but it's always good. It's always good to like know there's something you can be working on. Because if you just go there and just start hacking it, you're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Focus practice. It's always good. And ever since I hit those 2 large buckets, just chipping around the green, that just helped my contact so much. All right. And final thoughts about let's take it back. Let's take it back to the PGA Championship. It's unfortunate Victor Hovland plugged that second shot into the bunker, the lip of the bunker. That would have been interesting. Bryson DeChambeau has been in the news. I mean, he got tied for 4th. Did you see Mickelson's tweet?
No, what did he tweet?
He was basically like, yeah, Liv and Pete, the tour needs to solve their differences. Liv, it's better to be on Liv for these majors because we're playing less and it gives us better time to prepare. We're not overwhelmed with this schedule. That's kind of what he was saying. He's like, that's why 2 of the top 4 people are from Liv, just because, they're more fresh. I'm paraphrasing. I can pull up the exact tweet. Let me pull it up. Philly boy.
This is what the players like voted for. Apparently, is what Rory wanted, which they have all these designated events.
Love, live, or hate it. Let's pull this up here. Love, live, or hate it. It's the best way / tour to be your best in the majors. Enough events to keep you sharp, fresh, and ready, yet not enough to be worn down from too many tournaments or obligation. 14 live events, 34 weeks left to prepare for the 4 majors. Fact. What does that even mean? There's only 2 majors left.
No, he's saying 34 weeks left open.
Oh, left open. To prepare for the 4. Oh, I see. Instead of... So they just have that much more time to prepare.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but like Rom just won the Masters, and he's not in it. I don't.
And what, Scotty won the Players,
Yeah,
but they couldn't play
but
in the
Liv
Players.
wasn't there. But that's why a lot of those guys left. They cited that. They basically said they didn't want to play as much golf.
And
That
they were going to
was
get paid
literally
more.
one of the reasons. Yeah, and they're gonna
Guaranteed.
get paid more to play less.
Imagine
Work less.
Zalatoris. Imagine how pissed off he is now. They were about to throw a bunch of money at him. He says
Yeah,
no.
and then
He gets hurt. Boom. GG.
Yeah, it sucks. But he wants to be a tour guy. I get it, but like they shouldn't ever. They basically how they respond to Liv was like, all right, we're gonna up these purchases. We have these designated events, elevated events, and there's pretty good money in those now. Like they're more than the majors, I think, the purse. And there's 17 of them, but they have to go to all of them. They can only miss one.
There's 17 designated events.
Yeah, and so I mean, double check that, but that's what I thought I remember reading. Because I was like, bro, that's basically like NBA goes like 20-some weeks. So does MLB. So these guys, it's all like travel on your own, everything you're doing on your own. Granted, the top guys have sponsors and shit, but like the other PGA guys. And are they going to be at every event? No, the lower PGA Tour guys won't. But it's basically they just responded to Liv like, oh, we're going to make our guys play more golf. And like Rory backed that. And like it's in that episode in full swing. He's like, oh, some of the guys didn't like that. But he's like, I was telling him, I was like, we're getting soft. Like you guys can't commit to 17 weeks, like blah, blah, blah. And then like,
I remember
that's
that.
that's why I was pissed a couple weeks ago when Rory didn't play in his third one or his second one.
Because he just butthurt for the Masters.
Yeah. Like, dude, you like did this.
Yeah, that was definitely
Like,
not cool on Rory's
It's a character thing. Like, I get it. Like, he just didn't.
He just missed
You
the
gotta
cut.
realize you made that commitment, bro. Like, that's why I went. I would have probably went to Liv. If I was
Are
the
you
top
wearing?
guy.
Are you wearing a Liv shirt?
A Liv. Oh, it's 49ers.
Oh, but you gotta like. All you see is the Liv. All you see is the Liv.
Huh?
Coming in with the Brooks
By
comes in off the win. You're like
sponsors of the stream, the Liv.
the
What if like
tour.
the Liv just like brought us out to the tournaments? Like if we actually somehow like our podcast,
the road to the Corn Ferry Tour.
Those one guys go on Liv, the country club adjacent dudes. They like they try to get people to back off by saying like stupid shit to them.
Like whatever you sent me the other day.
What
The
did
guy
I send you
heckling.
one of them?
The guy heckling.
No, that's like that
big
was
cat.
Bob.
A big cat let it dangle. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Should I heckle some senior tour people on Sunday or
Do
on
some
Friday?
research. Do some research. They'd probably love that shit. They'll come back at you and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy doesn't know shit."
They'll just kick me out. They'll be like, we don't have time for this.
Does Duffy like live in the area?
Yeah, I think he lives in like Florida or something.
Just be like, coach me.
I'll be like, I need a lesson. Let's go have a range session. Just tell me what to do. I'm sure he could just see my swing and be like, you shouldn't do that. All right.
Bro, have you seen Humboldt, Texas? Where's that?
Humboldt?
Houston. Lantana, Texas.
What are you looking at?
La Quinte, California. I'm looking at the Q school.
Oh, how much?
Bro, there's like 3 stages. It's insane. And I forget how much you basically have to get to the finals and be like top whatever, and you get your PGA card.
I wonder what you have to shoot. It depends on the course.
With the leaderboards.
I'm sure the type of people there.
Oh, I think
you know, like
from last year.
You know what kind of sucks about golf?
14 under.
What kind of sucks about golf is like 70% of the people who take it seriously are kind of tools. You know what I mean? They just
Some dude went 23 over in this tournament. Yeah, like you.
Exactly. No, they're just like there's just something about them. Sorry to put. They're just like douchey.
Maybe like the newer people.
Well, like when I first went to college, I went into like a PGA. Like it was basically like a whole course. It was like 4 years long, and at the end, you should like be a PGA pro, and you could go be a PGA pro somewhere. That was kind of the whole goal of it. You'd intern at golf courses and whatever. I did it for a semester. Second semester, the teacher was like a big douchebag. And I was like, dude, I'm done. 75%, the class, same thing.
The teacher couldn't.
And then the teacher is just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. And then I just did my finance degree because it was easy. Moved on with my life. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about golf. People are very pretentious. I think that's the word I was looking for. Pretentious. They think they're better than you or something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah, I don't know. That's the thing with going to those events. I think people just won't be very cool. But I'm gonna have to start competing if I keep practicing like this. Hopefully, can make it on tour. You know, could you imagine? I'm just on tour.
Damn this. Yeah, like look at this. It goes, want to be a pro golfer, playing all 3 stages in 46 under edition. Ryan Siegler shot 64, 64, 66, 68, 68, 69, 68, 70, 68, 73, 66, 68 at Q School. Was combined 46 under. That's an average of 67.7 around. And he missed by the PGA by 1 stroke.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Because it's through all his stages. Like that's how well he played the last one. He went like, I don't know if they play how many holes they play, but
they only played 17 holes.
73. No, like how many days I meant. I think they play 3 days.
He shot 1 over one day, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not gonna cut it."
Well, other guys just played better.
Yeah, you got to bring it every day. That's a grind. A lot of rounds.
Yeah,
but then I'm sure that guy's on the Corn Ferry Tour at least, right?
No, that's to get onto the Corn Ferry Tour.
Really, Q School. You have to go through Q School to get on Corn Ferry.
Q School to get Corn Ferry, and then if you win like certain Corn Ferry events, you could get your card. Tour card. There's like this other book I read. It's called Paper Tiger. I think I told you about it. And the dude's a writer, and he like basically took a year or two to write this book, and it was about him trying to like go pro. And like he had money, like he was like he moved to like Florida and said this like little golf like kind of resort place where you could hit range balls all the time. So he's practicing all the time. He got like coaches. He had a coach. He had a trainer, and like he was weight training every day too. And he had a sports psychologist too.
Jesus.
Yeah, he had everything because that's what all these guys have. A lot of them. And he fucking, I think he didn't get anywhere, but like there's like he has like a couple pages where like he describes like the difference between like, you know, fucking guy that shows up, shoots 72, the difference between like him and a tour pro. He writes it all because he's a writer. A lot better than however I would describe it, but if you ever read that book, It's
So,
insane. Pro
just
golfers
shooting-
are just insane.
Just shooting 72 is not good enough.
No, you're fucking. You need to be like, if you want to even consider to be going pro, bro, you need to be dropping like 65, 67s at your home course on a daily basis.
On championship tees.
Yeah. Like, it's nuts. You know, in honor of Brooksy, you know what I bought? Let me put him on the pod. Little
Wow, some Z
Rick
stars.
Stars, yeah.
Is that what he plays?
He plays like they made like it's pretty much they just like recovered a fucking Pro V, but he plays like Z-Star Diamonds.
They've recovered a Pro V.
Z-Star Diamonds are like same price as Pro Vs. These are like 30 something bucks.
Why didn't you get the diamonds?
Because they're more expensive. I was like, man, I want cheap. I was like, I need to start playing a cheaper ball. My game's cheap. I gotta play a cheaper ball. I can't be playing these Pro V ones anymore, bro.
You lost that dozen quick that I gave you.
I had one in there that lasted me a while. I shot a 78 with that.
Nice. Oh yeah, that was the memorable hurricane.
In the rain.
The hurricane round.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna be qualifying for Q school.
I just want to play in these GHIN things. See how that goes.
That'd be fun. Get a
But
little
yeah.
competitive.
Yeah, it's nice to have that, and just constantly working on something. But no, I get what you're saying as far as like they're a totally different breed once they're just tour pros.
Yeah. But all right. So, what do you want to
All right,
wrap this
well,
up soon or what? Do
Uh,
picks?
we haven't even talked about Charles Schwab.
I know nothing about it.
Neither do I. But it was a good session talking about swings,
Yeah.
things like that. Anything that we missed? I feel like there's a couple. No, I think we covered it with the PGA Championship. Okay. For this week, we got Charles Schwab. Let's pull up a let me pull up the lineup that I'm going to play against you. Let's talk about some of these guys who's playing this week. It's actually a decent field. We got Scheffler, we got Hovland, Finau, Spieth. Hopefully Spieth actually plays this time. I mean, it's a pretty solid field.
Spieth, Finau, Hovland. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a given Scheffler gets top 5. I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep just betting Scheffler to win every week. But like,
we didn't even go over our picks last week.
oh yeah. What were the picks? Don't you write them down?
Yeah, you had Sam Burns, Justin Thomas, top 10, and Scheffler winning.
Sam Burns was like the worst player out there. Wait, I had Hovland?
No, you had Thomas, Justin Thomas.
Oh, Thomas. He played. He made the cut. He had a decent week. Who'd you have?
Yeah, I had Rombo, Cam Smith, and then Shoffley winning.
How did Rombo and Smith do?
Rombo didn't play that good.
Well, he did not.
Smith had a good last day. Smith got tied for 9th, 5 under.
Okay, yeah. He managed.
And Shoffley, he just Cam Smith shot 5 under last day for 1 under. And that was tied T9.
So
Shoffley was 2 over.
So as far as like going off of these guys are a totally different breed than just breaking even. So you think that like how much do you think momentum affects these guys? And how much do you think course layout really affects them? As far as like going by the numbers versus like, hey, he had a slice and he finally fixed it. So his
They're not like that. Like they don't even think of shit like that. Their slice, like their idea of a slice, and then ours is like so different. They would probably cut it a little bit, barely too much, and still in the fairway, and they consider it a slice. Um, Momentum though. I mean, but yeah, you start pumping it left or right. And momentum is a thing, but and just like it is in any sport, I think momentum more so you get momentum going with the putter, you know, that could kind of carry you along. You start seeing a few go in, especially you start draining. I mean, you get these guys, they start draining like 10 footers. and
that's I mean
you're
like
looking at birdie every other hole.
Scotty wins that if he gains one more stroke putting.
Yeah. I mean, he had like a couple lip outs too. Um, it comes down to putting for them. I think also to course layout. I think a lot of it comes down to some of it, not a lot of it. It's just like other sports too, like experience, knowing the course or knowing the type of grass you're on, and um, just being in more pressure situations like that too. Kepka, like he's made top 10 and 50% of his majors played.
I saw that.
Yeah.
They're like comparing him to Tiger, but Tiger's
I
played
mean, way
three
less-
times as many
Yeah,
majors.
way less majors than Brooks, but like, I mean, experience comes into it a little bit. Hovland's gaining that experience. But layout, I think it could favor someone a little more. Like Morikawa likes to cut the ball on his irons and his driver. Course layout could affect. Maybe it favors that week somebody who has a draw, or
Right.
like Phil. Like people say that course that he won the last major, the last PGA Championship 3 years ago now, when he won. They said it favored a lefty.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's like
he was leading. He was leading on the day going in on Sunday, and I got him at 3-1. That was the market for him
yeah,
because Kepka was like 2 shots
yeah.
behind.
Kepka was in it too, but he just couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't make up. He was,
And I was like,
and he was like kind of hurt at that time too. So now he's like healthy and shit. So,
yeah, Kepka kind of looks unstoppable. I was gonna bring that up since there's no live event, and Kepka technically just got his tour card back by winning that. Couldn't he just show up and be like, "Yeah, I'm actually playing this week until I get suspended again"?
That's probably like something in the contract,
right?
Remember they said they have to pay back X amount of dollars if they were to like terminate the contract with Live.
Right, but he's not really terminating contract.
I'm sure
in the
there's
contract,
something
there's
in
you
the
can't play
legis-
PGA
in the
Tour
literature in there. Yeah,
That's fucked up. If they could just if there could just be an agreement, be like, you guys can go back and forth on tours, not a big deal. We'll just schedule our events around your events, and every week's a big week in golf, instead of like these random, Honda
PGA
Classics.
isn't gonna try to move. They're looking at Live like, who the fuck are you guys? But it's like Live's obviously like they're I don't know. Would you go to a Live event?
I mean,
I haven't really ever been to a PGA event.
After seeing Burt Kreisler just going off on that hole, maybe.
Yeah,
It seems
I mean, it
like-
looks like it's fun, right?
Just like a party time.
But then you got the waste management.
Right. But imagine that just every week. Or just every event. I don't know. But yeah, it's hopefully they come to some terms, and there's like not this whole drama every time
Mhm.
a live person does anything in golf. Cause like Kepka can just play in the Ryder Cup because of the how he's done in the 2 majors.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Who knows? Maybe just he ends up.
It'll be up to like the captains, right? They get to they're gonna pick who they want. I don't know how they're gonna determine captains or how. I don't know. I never Ryder Cup. Like I've watched them. Like some people go crazy for it.
Bro, Justin Suh went off last week.
Yeah, he did. Kitayama.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Kitayama
I'm not too familiar with the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Kitayama, yeah, he was going off too. There's some big names kind of towards the bottom of the like in the 7K range. So there's a lot of names I like. I don't want to sit here and name them because you're just gonna copy all my picks and it'll be like that.
Yeah,
one week.
No. Let's do our picks for the tournament and then we gotta call it.
All right, yeah. You gotta go to sleep. All right, I built my lineup against you. It's a solid lineup. All right, let me pull up the odds here real quick.
I'm gonna go first here. I'm gonna go top 10. Give me Sepp Straka. Top 10. You like that? We're going deep.
You're going deep into the well.
And then give me my boy Kitayama again. Both them top 10. Winner. Let me go Finau. Winner.
Wow. He didn't even show. I was about to mention Finau earlier because he didn't have it. He didn't show up with it. All right. Hovland wins. Fleetwood top 10. And
Hovland winner.
Eric Cole top 10.
Who? Eric Cole and who?
Fleetwood Mac.
Tommy Fleetwood Mac. Okay.
Eric Cole. How about him in the first round?
Yeah, Eric Cole. No, I mean he's had a good year.
He had to play number 6. Rahm was like pissed about how difficult.
How'd your DFS do for this? Did you even play?
I mean I just made the lineups in Rainmakers.
Oh, last week.
I just made the Rainmakers lineups and nothing cash.
My Rainmakers didn't do shit. I did a bunch of cash and I made my Rainmakers money back. I made all the money back. I won like $120 back.
I got so unlucky. Like I had 2 lineups where 4 people made the cut, and the one person that didn't make the cut was the captain. And it's like,
oh yeah, that sucks.
And then at the same time, like my Scotty lineup, like Jason Day, he was in a couple of my good lineups, and then he just misses the cut, and it's just GG's. So I think this week could be a little bit better. A lot of these players, they're kind of like mid-range, like Sue. I actually like McCarthy this week. A lot of the cards I bought will be coming into play. Fleetwood. I'm not sure if I mentioned him. We got Homa. Hopefully he can start showing up. We got the Rileys of the world. Davis Riley. I watched him play. I watched him in Hoagie. He was the group ahead of Scheffler.
Davis Riley's had a good year, so every time I pick him, he doesn't do shit.
Bro, he's like 5'5".
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so funny, and that's why I'm just so keen on I know I can hit the ball as far as these guys. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna find that excerpt from the fucking Q school.
What do you mean? What excerpt?
Somebody wrote it into
Minwoo Lee.
Paper Tiger.
Minwoo Lee, have you seen his body structure? Like, I'm sure I can lift more than him.
Yeah, he's tiny. Wait, why is it
Burnsy? Sam Burns. I'm sure he's still trying to recover mentally from that course was fucked up, by the way.
Yeah, that course is
the rough is just like, if there wasn't people out there trying to help you find your ball, it'd be a problem.
Yeah, that course was
And the bunkers, like everything about that course was just like,
gnarly.
yeah.
But all right, man.
All right.
I think we're.
What was the excerpt? What was the excerpt you were looking for?
I sent it. I DM'd it to you. It's from Paper Tiger. Read that
okay.
Reddit post. Somebody basically just copied it out of the book.
All right. Any final
All right,
thoughts?
bro. No, Charles Schwab. Say hi to Duffy for me.
Yep, gonna go watch the senior event on Friday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go see more or what kind of shenanigans I'll get myself into. But all right, I'll be posting pictures on Twitter. Follow me at Ryan C Poker.
Okay.
Gloff, you got anything to plug?
No, I don't have any plugs.
Follow Glow Up on Twitter at LGlop Gaming.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll be right here next week. Catch you guys later.